Man, this happened so quickly. It's only been one semester. What, Jasmine? I don't know. I think maybe she could be the one. It could be love, and it's in the air. I feel it every time I see her. Hi, I'm Sam.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name's Yasmin.
Yasmin. I heard that it was Jasmine, though.
It's the same thing. Jasmine is English, Yasmin is Arabic.
Okay. Well, Jasmine, can I buy you a drink?
No, thank you.
Jasmine, what did you think of class today?
It's all right. I enjoy it.
Well, I noticed your car broke down this morning. Can I give you a ride home after class?
No, thank you. If you'd excuse me, I'd like to get back to my assignment.
Man, are you laughing at me?
Yeah, I saw your face leaving the table there. Oh man, you look like dude.
Man, she's interesting. I think she's playing hard to get, but I love it.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? I think she's way over your head.
No way, man. I love the chase. Drives me nuts.
Okay, bro. It's your funeral.
Shut up, man. I'll do what I want, okay?
Okay.
To be honest, no, I have not heard anything about Islam from my church.
I've heard a little bit from my church. We just went over basics, what they believe, similarities and differences.
Well, I've seen a few videos in school or church, but I'm really not exactly sure what Islam's all about.
Now we will look at the Islamic views of Christians in the first part of the Quran. To give us a little bit of an understanding of the Muslim viewpoint of Christianity, we have to look at the historical context and what was taking place. In the first 400 to 500 years of Christianity, we remember the first 300 years were filled with persecution of the early church. After that, Christianity became a legalized religion, and when that happened, many of the different Christian groups had different views. Eventually, an orthodox faith or an agreement upon what was believed among Christians came into being, and those that were outside of that became outcast, many being sent eastward into the deserts of Arabia, into Syria, into what is modern-day Iraq and Iran. For us to understand that, we begin to see as we read through the Quran some of the views of Christianity that are different from what we know as Christians. Things will be mentioned and said within the Quran talking about Jesus speaking from the cradle when he was a young baby, or turning birds out of little clay pigeons. These things are things that are held within some of the other beliefs that existed outside of Orthodox Christianity at the time. It's also important for us to understand that as the Orthodox Church grew, it also had some different views within Egypt. Its own group of beliefs set up and established that was different from that of Rome and that of Antioch. Ways of interpreting scriptures were different. Because of this, some of these different groups and ideas filtered into the Quran itself. It's important for us to understand that Muhammad also had contact with Christians. It is understood that his first wife's uncle himself was believed to be a Christian priest. He married a woman by the name of Mary. She was a Coptic Christian out of Egypt. She was one of his only wives that gave him the birth of a son. Later on, Muhammad, as he was dealing with his own struggles within Arabia, he was not accepted by the pagan beliefs around him and believers around him. Eventually, they wanted him killed, and he was protected within his family by his uncle's tribe. But his uncle died. When his uncle died, Muhammad had to fend for himself. He sent the Muslim followers that he had to what was called Abyssinia. what we call modern-day Ethiopia, and there they received protection from Christians. And with that, there developed this great, wonderful view of who Christians were. At one point, Muhammad himself wrote within the Quran in a revelation that was given to him that if there was any dispute among the Muslim believers about what was right belief, they were to go to the Christians because they were the closest to them in belief. So let's understand from the very beginning and in the first part of the Quran, there's a good view of Christianity and who Christians were, and even a close relationship in calling the Christians themselves, as we said earlier, people of the book. These views help us to understand Islam does not always hold a view that is anti-Christian. That's important for us to know as we talk to our Muslim friends and neighbors.
MicroPsalm is an awesome tool to get people to understand the Islamic faith and kind of to give a global perspective about religion.
I think that MicroPsalm is a very good program, and it has helped me learn a lot about Islam and about Muslims and what they believe. And I think it would also help me in understanding where they're coming from and their point of view.
In my distress I cried to the Lord, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given to you, or what shall be done to you, you false tongue? Sharp arrows of the warrior with coals of the broom tree. Woe is me that I dwell in Meshech, that I dwell among the tents of Kedar. My soul has dwelt too long with one who hates peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war.